Hi everyone, I'm just going to show you how I make my gluten-free Whittaker's chocolate cheesecake. First of all, I have 1 cup of the Baker's flour mix, but you can use whichever one you prefer. I have 160 grams of Whittaker's milk chocolate. I have 60 grams of butter, finely chopped, and 1 beaten egg. Now just got this all blended in, and once that's all done, we're going to melt the chocolate. Just putting this in on top of the pot of water so that it can start to melt. And we don't want it to get completely melted, we just want to get to a certain consistency, and then we'll take it off there and give it a stir. You need to stir it to make sure that your chocolate melts evenly, and it doesn't take long, so be careful not to burn your fingers as well, because there is hot water underneath this bowl. On a tea towel, because it's quite hot and you don't want it to burn your bench, just continuously stir it like this until the chocolate's melted. But it's sometimes that and it's a cold day and your bowl starts to get a bit cold, then put it back on the heat just for a little bit. But you shouldn't need to, it should melt quite good. It's also cooling the chocolate so it's not too hot when you put it in for your base. Because you don't want to cook your egg, because you're going to be adding your egg to the mixture as well, and then you're going to add your chocolate and mix it all together. As you see, most of the lumps are gone. Just a couple of little bits here. I'm going to add my egg now to my flour and butter mixture. And now I'm going to pour in my chocolate. Don't worry, it doesn't cook the egg. It'll all mix in together. There you are, that's your base all mixed. Now we're going to put it into a dish to cook. I'm lining a 22 centimetre sponge tin. You can use whichever container you want to. I'm only going to use half of the mixture, because you don't need a lot, and this base, or also you can make 2 bases with, or you can do what I do, use half of it to make cookies. It makes beautiful cookies. So we're just going to put half into this here, and we're going to flatten it out into the dish. Now I'm about to cook the cookies from my leftover base that I made. You don't need to ice these cookies because they're quite sweet, because they've got the chocolate in them. And they take the same length of time, 10 minutes at 180. Okay, now that my base is cooled down, I am ready to make the cream cheese topping. So what I've got for today is I have 280 grams of raspberry and white chocolate. Sometimes I use just plain white chocolate, but today I'm using raspberry and white chocolate. I have 130 grams of the dark chocolate, Whittaker's dark chocolate. I have 2 teaspoons of gelatine. I have 2 packs of Philadelphia Extra Light, and there has 220 grams in each pack, and 200 mils of cream. With the base, I took it out and I put some cling wrap, which we call glad wrap in New Zealand, so that makes it easier to bring the cheesecake out once it's already set. So the first thing I'm going to do for my cheesecake is I'm going to put the Philadelphia cream cheese into a bowl. We're going to need to put both packs in. And we're going to whip that until it comes nice and smooth. Alright, just beat this until it comes a bit smooth. Nice and smooth. Now I'm going to get my cream, which I whipped earlier, and add this to the cream. We take all of the cream, this is 200 mils whipped up, add that to the cream cheese mix. And mix this together. Scrape the sides down to make sure it's all mixed in. Now that's all mixed together. We're now going to start on the gelatin. So I'm going to get 20 mils of boiling water and add to my 2 teaspoons of gelatin. Right, now I'm going to add 30 mils of boiling water to my 2 teaspoons of gelatin. You need to keep stirring this continuously so it doesn't go thick and lumpy. And keep stirring it until it cools down, and then we'll add it to our cream cheese. Now that the gelatin's cooled down, I'm going to pour it slowly into my cream cheese mixture. Make sure you continue beating because you don't want it to go all hard and sticky. Put this in the fridge while I do the chocolate, when I melt the chocolate, so it stays nice and cold. I'm melting this chocolate the same way as I did for the chocolate for the base. So you get it to a certain amount of liquid, and then we'll take it off and give it a stir. Right, I've taken it off the pot because it's melted enough, as you can see, and I'm just going to mix it around until it's completely melted. Then I'll be adding it to some of the cream cheese, which I've taken about a quarter out of the full mixture so that I can add the dark chocolate to the quarter. And I'll be melting the dark chocolate exactly the same way as I have with this one. To the cream cheese. Once I've put it all in, I'll quickly beat it so that it mixes in smoothly. Right, now I'm adding it to my cheesecake base. Even that out. There you are. And what I like to do with this, I like to put it in the freezer while I'm doing the dark chocolate. Right, I've just about melted the dark chocolate. Just give it a good stir to get all these lumps out, and then we'll add it to that bit of cheesecake mix. Give that a beat. Carefully pour this over top of the white chocolate mix. In the fridge for about 3 hours to set, and then we'll take it out of the container and I'll show you what it's like once it's all set. Now we'll cut a piece. Now this is what I call a real Whittaker's chocolate cheesecake. Yum!